Ladies and gentlemen, this man might be an SEC father at this point. I'm not 100% sure. One of the greatest comedians to ever exist. A human's brain cannot be any more epic than this man. Ladies and gentlemen, Theo Vaughn.
Yeah, Theo!
Hey, sorry, Dano just kept that thing going, Theo. I'm sorry about that.
Oh, it's okay. He's probably just killing time, probably trying to stay away from his wife. I don't know. I mean, that's what my buddies do. They're always in their cars, in their yard, trying not to go inside or whatever.
Dan's wife's a sweet lady. Theo's obviously saying that as well. Does not know her. She's a sweet lady. And who knows? Dan was sitting on the side of the road, though, there for a while. And we got a piece of it together. Yeah, we're not getting into it. But let's talk a little bit about relationships. We saw you on senior day at Vandy. We saw the video.
Yeah.
Can you tell me about your relationship with the Pavia family and Diego and his mom and everybody? Because I think this has been a big piece of Vandy's story, is not only bringing people in, but Nashville people becoming massive Vandy fans. Can you talk a little bit about it, and what was senior day like?
Yeah, I mean, the lore with me and his mom, we made a bet one day on a game, and Diego said if they won against South Carolina, that he would set me up on a date with his mom. And then and they won, and so I was, kind of getting fired up or whatever, or at least I was taking care of myself better a little bit. And then he said, then he added to the date, he's like, but only if I get to go on a date with Tate McRae. And so we never could make that happen. So the date never really panned out. The date never made it, right?
Yeah. You couldn't hold up the end of the bargain. Yeah, got it, yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't get him a date with Tate McRae. She wouldn't answer my DMs. I don't blame her. But anyway, but I've just become friends with the family, man. And he asked me last week, he's like, hey, will you walk out there with me on senior day? Which was pretty cool. The guy's just I don't know. He's an underdog. He's an underlion, actually. I don't know if they have underlions, but that's what that dude is, man.
I like
He's that. He's the ultimate under animal. And the whole group there, they got a whole group of guys, the light is on in them. It's just been an uplifting group, and I just started becoming friends with Diego during the summer, and then some of his roommates, and and now I just love being over there. It adds so much joy to my life. So
Yeah, Snoop Dogg became Snoop Lion, so I think you can say underdog to underlion as well. I think that's a good play by you. That's that big brain that you're using for Diego. Obviously, in Heisman chatter, we all hope, it's under there, we all hope that Diego gets an opportunity to go represent Vandy in New York City. I think he has certainly earned it. Let's talk about you and SEC football getting a chance to be around. Obviously, you're normally touring, I think, during this time. This year, you've gotten a chance to go experience the entirety of this college ball season. What are your thoughts? And I know you and Lane have gotten very tight as well. He's in the middle of maybe one of the biggest stories in the last 10 years of college ball, because there's a lot of new rules that are about to be made because of Lane.
Yeah. Well, Lane is causing problems, and that's what he does, That's part of he likes to he likes to bring his own bumblebees wherever he goes. He's just that kind of guy, he likes to have an effect on things. On the field and off, he's just an entertaining guy, man. I think he's probably one of the most entertaining and unique characters that's kind of existed in college football. I mean, he's on Twitter. He's putting out little clues, and it's just this scavenger hunt for his imagination or whatever. You don't even know what you're doing after a while. You go on these rabbit holes, and then you're looking at geolocations of where he was raised and stuff online. It's it gets pretty out there. So, but going there was awesome. I hadn't gotten to go to a lot of these SEC places to see games. So I got to go to Ole Miss and the Grove. I mean, it stood up as one of the best parties. Lane gave me his hotel room in the team hotel or whatever for the night. And so they even had a charcuterie in there, a couple night sausages or whatever. And so I got to have those, couple juice boxes, which I thought was kind of crazy that somebody would have that's an adult coach or whatever.
Yeah, Lane.
Who doesn't love a couple juice boxes or whatever before bed? So that was just that experience was pretty unbelievable. But yeah, we've been to Alabama, gotten to see a game there, and that's more like a pro. It feels like a pro environment there. Virginia Tech, that was amazing. That's probably one of the most choreographed fan bases, with all of the people that are in the military that are enlistees that are there. So you have all this whole storm of humanity that's happening while the game's going on. We went to South Carolina, LSU. We saw a game at this year. We're going to go to Neyland this weekend. I already went to Neyland once, so Yeah, man. Sorry to just be talking so much.
No, well, this is why you're here. Yeah, listen, if you would come on our show and just talk for 2 hours, that'd be great for us.
Yeah.
We would certainly take that. So you do and say whatever the hell you please. We're very thankful you're joining us. But have you always been a college ball fan, or are you kind of getting baptized by it this year? Because I know you're from Louisiana, and obviously I've learned a lot about the people you grew up around. You know, I had a kid in the neighborhood this, had a guy in the neighborhood this, up the street did this. I've learned about your neighborhood. Is it a big college football town? Are you a big college ball guy, or is this the first year you're really diving in? And it's okay for either of those answers, by the way. I'm very new to the college ball world, and it is epic. I'm a huge fan.
Yeah, I think I've always been an LSU fan, and then I moved to Tennessee, so that, has been kind of a new experience. But this year, I think I've had the most free time to get involved, and having a team like locally here that was starting to be a fun place to watch football, I think helped to really start to change it for me. I think about think about the SEC, right? Probably the most notorious conference in college football, at least probably in the past 25 years. And Vanderbilt has been at the bottom. When you think about the fact that they've been in that conference and just been,
laughed at, bro. Laughed at. Coach Saban was on our show. Coach Saban doesn't talk shit about anybody. Coach Saban's on our show and is like, everywhere is difficult to play in the SEC, all right? Except for Vanderbilt. That was literally what he said. That's how Vanderbilt was kind of viewed. It was like, Jay Cutler went there, but this team stinks. And then NIL transfer portal, Clark Lee comes in there, and that place is like really bringing Nashville to life. I wouldn't say that, but bringing Nashville to a college football town, right? Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I mean, it's lightly popping, I would say. I mean, like some places they'll have like the kiss cam at like halftime or whatever. And they have like the reading cam there, like they'll find people that are reading in the stands and stuff. So it's definitely like, it's a different energy, So, it's baby steps, I think it's been interesting to watch a fan base, and this is just an outsider's perspective, but to watch a fan base, like, they don't know what to do, like when their team is doing it. You know what I'm saying? There's not a lot of cheers and chants built in. So you'll see at certain points of the season, they started teaching the fan base like different cheers and stuff. It's been pretty fascinating.
Yeah, it certainly is. And college football fans are our best fans. I think we're the ones, they're the ones that we would put up against the hooligans in Europe whenever you're talking about best fans in the world for something. Super, super passionate group of fans in college football, especially in the SEC. Now, we only have a couple minutes left because Dan Orlovsky just ate it all up. But talking about passion, there's a lot of shit going around with your home state and also Lane.
Yeah, Theo, given your connection and your ties to Louisiana, and I believe you went to school at LSU for a little bit, they kind of have put all their eggs into, hey, we need to go hire Lane Kiffin. That is kind of the only option that we have. What do you think will ultimately happen if they don't hire a guy like that? Like, is Louisiana just going to crumble? Is there going to be mass chaos in the streets?
And what should Lane do? 1 minute, Theo.
If I'm Lane, I think he's built something great over there at Ole Miss. It's exciting there. People are giving all they can. People are selling things that they sacrificing antiques and stuff like that to be able to like donate to the Grove initiative there. People are trying to get that NIL money. People are selling family recipes to put money into that thing. I feel like he's pushed the cart all the way up the hill there. So to leave right now feels weird. It almost feels like it would be like when Saban left right before he started winning all, just rattling off championships. But that's my thoughts. I don't know what Lane's are. He may have different. He obviously has different ideas. I don't know who he's trolling. That's the thing. And he's definitely trolling somebody. So I'm intrigued to see who it is. But I just think it seems to me like he has such a great life over there that I think he should stay. Now, would he be great at LSU? I think anybody would be great at LSU. It just wasn't working out for Brian Kelly. There's a lot of good coaches that could be great there. So,
all right. Well, good luck to all of them. Theo, thank you for joining us. Can you talk to us next week?
Yeah, dude, I would love to talk about something next week. And let's get freaking I want to talk about who's going to be in this playoffs, Playboy.
You got it.
Hell yeah.
We'll join. Hey, we'll see you next week. You're the man. You're the greatest. Thank you for everything you've done for us, by the way, over like the last 20 years since real world road rules shit. You're the best.
Oh, I'm grateful. I'm going to get some ice cream.
Okay. All right. That's Theo Vaughn. See you next time.